All right, with the score 6-0, you're listening to Brush Beat Diggers Football on 1010 KSAR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Radio Network. As soon as we sent it back, of course, they came out with a play. So it's third down and 16 for the Silver Knights as they tried a long pass to number 11, Tevin Hull. That fell incomplete. And here's the handoff, and that's going to be to number 24, Colby Runner. He's brought down in the backfield by Cesar Hinojos. And who else was that on that tackle there? Oh, yeah, Ty Griffith, number 35. The double tandem on the offensive side.
Loss of about 2 yards on that one.
There's that defense we talked about, Ron. They step up. Great job. Now we got to turn over to the offensive side, and let's get them going as the punt team looks like it's coming out for the Silver Knights, as it's going to be 4th and quite a ways to go, about 4th and 16. Back deep for the Beat Diggers, number 23, Kyle Wellen. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first quarter. And here comes the rush by the Beat Diggers, but not there. Wellen calls for a fair catch. He fumbled the ball. Oh, I'm not sure on that one. Let's see. There's a fight for it in the pile. Wellen does have it, it looks like, as they are indicating it's the Beat Diggers' ball. Boy, that was a close one.
That was a close one. And they did not need that type of a turnover again. Once again, just to, trying to get, stopping them on defense, and then being able to get the ball back and then turning it over. That's a lot of bad things that can happen there, and not good for them.
Absolutely. So the Beat Diggers are going to take over at the 33-yard line. At the Beat Diggers 33. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to go. 6-0 as the Silver Knights lead this one. But a great job by the defense for the Beat Diggers to get us back into it. And let's see what happens from here. Hondo Maltos Garcia is under center. Wellen in motion. Handoff to number 28, Cesar Hinojos, as he gets 2 quick yards to about the 35-yard line. Ball's going to be spotted, like I said, at the 35, and quick into the play. Coach Schwentz sending one in through number 6, Ivan Cardenas. Beautiful night here in Severance, Colorado. If you're not familiar with Severance, it's just west of the town of Eaton off of Highway 85. So it's about a 12-mile drive. Beautiful drive out here, though, that we had this evening. Maltos Garcia under center. Cardenas in motion to the right. Fakes the handoff to Griffith and goes to Hinojos, and in on the tackle, number 24, Colby Runner. I've mentioned his name probably multiple times, and I probably won't be stopping this evening on him.
No, you'll probably have to announce that many times. And that's so if you're familiar with our offense, and I talk about this a lot, that was basically a fake 58-51, so a little dive to Cesar. That pitch motion kind of threw him off a little bit, just held the defense just a bit for Cesar to pick up those yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Beat Diggers with just a little bit over a minute left here in the first quarter. Crowds on their feet here for the Silver Knights. In motion, Caden Schwint to the left side. Maltos Garcia under center. Back, looks for the throw, finds Moriarty downfield, and there is a penalty flag. Yep, I was wondering about that. Parker Gazdick in on the coverage. That's usually a bad sign for the defense. Going to be interference.
And a great job on that. He was wide open on that play. A nice pass play down the field. Maltos Garcia was able to set his feet and deliver the ball. Had there not been any interference, I think Moriarty might have had that ball and would have been off to the races. So they get another chance with that pass interference.
Yep. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty marked up against the Silver Knights. Takes it into their territory at the 47-yard line. Beat Diggers will be there with 57 seconds left. 1st and 10 for the Diggers. Maltos Garcia still under center. Same backs. Griffith, Hinojos in the backfield. Sisk out on the left. Here's the handoff. Number 35, Ty Griffith. He's up to the 40. 35, 30. 25-20, brought down at the 15-yard line.
No.
Number 35, Ty Griffith. Wow. Explosive run.
All the way down to 37-yard run for Ty Griffith and a first down for Brush. That's how they need to get things going, just like that.
Yep. So the Silver Knights are kind of on their heels here as they're at the 11-yard line. Beat Diggers threatening here in the red zone. 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Maltos Garcia is under center. Same backfield for the Beat Diggers. Handoff. Going to be to number 35, Kyle or correction, number 35, Ty Griffith. So used to getting mixed up with him and Wellen on that one. Sorry about that. No gain on that play, maybe even a half yard if they're generous on that mark. Again, who's there? Colby Runner fills that spot in. He came right in on that from the linebacker spot. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter coming from Severance Stadium. Okay, so with the score 6-0, you're listening to the Brush Beat Diggers football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We're going to take a 60-second break, and we'll be back. Welcome back to the second quarter here from Severance. Big run there for Maltos Garcia as he gets a quick 9. That was a very fast quarter change as we are now running from south to north with Hondo Maltos Garcia to about the 7-yard line. Third down and 1 to go for the Beat Diggers.
High Plains Bank, your friendly local community bank serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas. Find out more at highplainsbank.com.
Hondo Maltos Garcia comes under center. Just in starting the second quarter for the Beat Diggers as they are threatening in the red zone against the Silver Knights. Handoff, Cesar knows. Oh my goodness, he was brought down in the backfield. Number 24, Colby Runner, he read that completely wrong and took that away.
Yeah, that just a great call. You know, they like to blitz a lot. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That time it was a positive for Severance sending that blitz, and just like that, stopped him in his shoes.
And that's going to make a 4th down and 5 for the Beat Diggers. Decision time here for Coach Lance Schwint. Just inside the 10-yard line, 10 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Beat Diggers down 6-0 over the Silver Knights. Hondo Maltos Garcia is under center. And here's the snap. Rolls to his left. Oh, the blitz is on him, unfortunately. He's brought down in the backfield. And that's going to be one of their big defensive linemen. Hard to see. I believe that's number 85. And it looks like they're giving credit to number 3, Reese Gazdick, as well on that tackle. So the Silver Knights are going to take over after a loss of down. And Maltos Garcia was brought down in the backfield. Ball's going to be spotted at the 16-yard line. Got to take advantage of those, Ron.
Yep, got to take advantage. Morgan Community College, MCC, is here to make your dreams come both a reality and for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out today at morgancc.edu.
Number 4, Nolan Hertzke, is in the shotgun formation as they got trips right for the Silver Knights. Here's the snap rolling to his left. Oh, he's in trouble in the backfield. Brought down by number 59, Caden Kastrup, and number 28, Cesar Hinojos. Boy, that was what we needed right there, that defense. Especially deep in their own territory to be able to sack them there, and that brings them back all the way to their 6-7 yard line, and it'll bring up a second down at about, almost 20, I should say, by that time. So they were second down and 18. Yeah, it looks like it might actually be a little bit less. They got spotted at the 9, so probably about 16 yards. So, timeout's going to be called by the Severance Silver Knights. So we'll take a timeout here as well with the score 6-0. You're listening to Brush Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Paul Acosta alongside Ron Albo. Second quarter action, 9:45 left to go as Beat Diggers down 6-0.
That last Brush timeout was brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. Call them today at 842-4555. That's State Farm Insurance.
Nolan Hertzke takes the snap from the shotgun formation, looks downfield. He's got a receiver. Oh, I don't know if that was intercepted. No, boy, that was really close. That pass was intended to number 11, Taven Hull, on the left side of the field. Great coverage by number 5, Caden Schwint.
And the receiver he almost completed that ball to was Caden Schwint from Brush. Caden was in excellent position to catch that ball. Too bad he couldn't come away with an interception.
Yeah, that's why I had to pause for a moment. It looked like he might have had that in his grasp, and the official came over quickly and said that was incomplete. So it brings up third down and 16 for the Silver Knights as they are back still at their 9-yard line, deep within their zone here. And as it's going to be a handoff. Oh, no, didn't even go anywhere. It's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. He barely got that. Hertzke and I truly mean barely, got the handoff as Ty Griffith came in and totally disrupted that to number 22, Grant Mole.
Yeah, good call. Great call by Coach Rosenbrock at that time to realize that they had a long yardage. He's got to sit up there and pass, and he sent the blitz. There was nobody there to pick him up, and kudos to the defense over that one.
I'll tell you what, the Bee Diggers are going to have some great field position here, Ron, as the Silver Knights are going to be punting from their end zone. And here's a great kick, going to be signal for a fair catch at the 46-yard line of the Silver Knights by number 23, Kyle Wellen.
That was a 50-yard punt.
Wow.
So just like that, Brush will take over now, 1st and 10, inside positive territory for Severance. They're inside their Severance is 50? They're at the 46-yard line.
Yep, 46, 47-yard line. Bee Diggers will take over there as they're going my left to your right. I always like it to say it that way, from south to north. Beautiful turf field here in Severance. Hondo Maltos Garcia is in the shotgun as we've got two wideouts to the right for the Bee Diggers. And it's going to be a keeper as Hinojos makes a lead block for him, as Hondo Maltos Garcia is going to get 2 yards only, as he is brought down fairly quickly by a host of Silver Knights.
Premier Farm Credit understands production ag and has been serving our rural communities for over 100 years with locations in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke. That's Premier Farm Credit.
8 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Bee Diggers still down on this one to the Silver Knights. 6-0. Better game, though. I'm telling you what, that score is a good score for us at this point. Maltos Garcia is under center as Hinojos is in the backfield along with Ty Griffith. Garcia looks, steps, throws. Oh, Colby Runner almost picked that one off as that pass was intended to number 3, Austin Sisk.
Yeah, and he didn't realize, those defensive backs do a really good job of covering, and so they can close pretty fast, and he threw that right into where they had double coverage. They're probably not the best place to put the ball, but I know it feels like maybe Hondo's just trying to force some things a little bit right now and just trying to he's trying to get the ball down the field, and that usually happens. When you're behind a little bit like that, you're trying to just force things, and so you got to just kind of settle back down a little bit, read the defense.
5-yard penalty indicated against the Bee Diggers as well, so that's going to take them back to about the 50-yard line, right at midfield on the Bee Diggers side. And you just mentioned it perfectly. Colby Runner, he is so amazing on his closing speed, how he can just take away a lane from a quarterback. So it's going to be 2nd down and 13 for the Diggers. 8:13 left on the clock. As Hondo Maltos Garcia under center. Steps, rolls to his right, finds a receiver with Caden Schwint to the right side, and he's brought down quickly by number 1, Parker Gazdick. That's a quick little gain. That'll give the Diggers a better opportunity with a 3rd down situation. That's manageable.
Pickup of about 7 yards on that play. Should be bringing up 3rd down and 3rd and 6.
They had a big cushion there for Caden to make that pass possible.
Yep, I think they're going to they're going to give him stuff underneath. They're just not going to let him get over the top on him.
Agreed. Austin Sisk goes out to the left, and Kyle Wellen to the right for the Bee Diggers. Maltos Garcia is under center, 3rd and 6 as they're in Silver Knight territory. Maltos Garcia looks, throws, fires, and it's caught by number 35, Ty Griffith, as like a foot scraper. I can't believe he caught that, and he's brought down. There is a penalty flag on the play. That could be against the Silver Knights. That's in their backfield.
Nice little tie at that play where it's like the relief. He was the relief guy, a little swing pass out of the backfield. So if everybody else was covered, they just tossed the ball to him and let him make some moves, and he picked up a 1st down.
Looks like it's going to be a 5-yard face mask indicated against the Silver Knights. So that's going to give 5 more yards to the Bee Diggers as the ball is spotted at the 31-yard line. And Colby Runner kind of came up a little slow on that play after he tackled Griffith. 7:07 left in the second quarter. Wellen, Hinojos in the backfield. Ooh, penalty flag. I believe that's going to go against the Bee Diggers, moving just a bit too early. So the 5 yards they took, they're giving it back. So it's going to be a 1st and 15 for the Bee Diggers. They are still, though, in Silver Knights territory at the 31-yard line. Paul Acosta and Ron Albo coming to you from Severance as the Beat Diggers are down 6-0. Good ball game so far. Game of chess is what I see going on in the field. Maltos Garcia's under center. Looks, fakes the handoff, throws right over top to Caden Moriarty. Is that 81 dump?
81 dump, yes.
I'll tell you what. And Moriarty took a shot. Penalty flag's going to be on there, I think.
He led with his forehead. His face mask and helmet went right to the chest of Moriarty, and you can tell just by once he caught that ball, he just came in like a rocket and just leveled him.
Yeah, and quickly that flag was thrown. Definitely going to be indicated against the Silver Knights. Yep, leading with the helmet is indicated. Crowd's not pleased with it, but yeah, like you said, Ron, it was square. It was easy to see on that one. So it looks like it's going to be half the distance to the goal here as the official is doing his wall of shame walk. Going to be spotted at the 13-yard line of the Silver Knights. Here is another opportunity for our Beat Diggers. They have been in the red zone several times this evening. They've got to capitalize right here, Ron.
They've got to pick up a big play right now. Just take the time, slow the clock down, and run their plays.
Maltos Garcia under center as Ivan Cardenas motions left. Handoff to Cesar Hinojos. Fumble on the play. Oh my goodness! It's going to be recovered, unfortunately, by the Silver Knights. We talked about it. The Beat Diggers cannot fumble the ball, and Hinojos lost the handle on the ball. I mean, he was actually looking like he was going to make it, Ron, and loses the handle.
Yeah, he broke into the clear. He had a way to get to the end zone. Must have not secured the ball correctly. All it takes is one hand there to bat it out, and it's over with. And so I know that the coaches are just not happy one bit. And all of a sudden now what happens is now they go back on defense again. And even though they're deep in their own territory, it's still not good. It's a turnover.
Boy, we got to take these opportunities and get on the scoreboard, but unfortunately the Beat Diggers unsuccessful after that turnover. Timeout's going to be called by the Silver Knights, so let's take a 30-second break. 30-second break. You are listening to Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR or KSIR.com on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Paul Acosta along with Ron Albo back to you live from Severance, Colorado. Silver Knights hosting the Beat Diggers. 6:15 left to go. Unfortunately, a couple of errors for the Beat Diggers. They fumbled the ball a couple of times. We talked about turnovers as an issue, and they have got to come through. The defense has been stellar for the Beat Diggers, so we'll see if they can do it as number 4, Hertzke, in the shotgun. Looks quick fire, caught by number 15, Bobby Holtz, right over the middle of the field. And in on that tackle was Jace Krieger and number 35, Ty Griffith. Quick to the line. Here they go. They're going to just start putting a little pressure on the Beat Diggers. And here we go. Hertzke looking, rolls to the left. He's in a lot of trouble. He's brought down in the backfield by number 28, Cesar Hinojos, and number 35, Ty Griffith.
Great pursuit on the part of the Brush defense. They know they've got a tough job ahead of them. They know their offense is turning the ball over, so they know they've got to pick up the slack, and you can tell the intensity's raised right there. They do not like what's going on, and so they're going to take and do everything they can to stop this offense and shut it down.
So it took away a gain of 8 for the Silver Knights there, unfortunately, and now it's going to be 3rd and 9 as they lose that 8. As they lose 7 of that 8, on that play. 5:14 left to go until halftime. Colby Runner is talking to Hertzke. As Hertzke takes it, fires. He's looking deep downfield. And that pass was intended to number 11, Trevin Hull, falls incomplete. Boy, he threw that ball quite a distance. And I believe on the coverage is that number 3, Austin Sisk. I can't tell.
Yes, that was a 45-yard pass in the air, and he had pressure right in his face. They had sent a blitz with Ty Griffith. Ty just barely missed getting his hand up and knocking that ball out, and he delivered that ball 45 yards down the field.
Great coverage by Sisk as it's 4th and 9, and the Silver Knights are punting, and back deep, number 23, Kyle Wellen, signals for the fair catch. Well, I'll tell you what, that's been a couple of scary moments there as he's taking that fair catch. I think it must be the wind that's taking it on him because there's been a couple times he's almost dropped that punt.
Yeah, and we're up top, way on the top of the stadium here, and we can see the wind blowing around a little bit, so I know that it probably is playing a little bit giving them a little bit of fits there on the field as it's kind of swirling around every once in a while.
So the Bee Diggers are going to take over at the 46-yard line, at their own 46. 4 minutes, 53 seconds until halftime. And I'll tell you what, I'm so proud of these boys tonight. They have really stuck to their guns on the defensive side. Offense has made a couple of errors, like you said, though, but the defense has turned it around, so we got to get going here. Hondo Maltos Garcia is under center. Cesar Hinojos to the backfield. Maltos Garcia looks deep, goes downfield, and no, I thought it was going to be caught by Schwint on a tip. I believe that was Reese Gazdick who was in on the coverage, and I thought he was going to pick it, and then he lost it. I thought Schwint was going to grab it, Ron.
Yeah, it was close. He had lots. He got the ball downfield, but it just kind of floated a little bit there and didn't get a chance to get it to Schwint on a stride there.
All right, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 as Maltos Garcia under center for the Beat Diggers. 4:47 left in the second quarter. It's going to be a handoff. This one is to number 9, Jonathan Becker, as he's brought down in the backfield.
Loss of about 6 on that play.
Yep, number 3, Reese Gazdick in on the tackle. That's a big loss for Jonathan Becker. He just couldn't get around the corner on that one.
No. Bank of Colorado is the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. You're not just a bank in Colorado, we're the Bank of Colorado. Proud supporter of local sports and academics. That's Bank of Colorado Brush.
So 3rd down and 16 for the Beat Diggers. 4 minutes and 13 seconds until halftime. Big crowd on hand for the Silver Knights. Maltos Garcia is under center. Takes the handoff, gives it to Ty Griffith, number 35, as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 46-yard line. So a quick burst of 6 for the Diggers. It's going to bring up 4th down as it looks like the punting unit comes out for the Diggers. Going to put it back on the defense, Ron.
Yep.
All right, so Moriarty with the kick. Oh, it's blocked. It's blocked. And it's recovered by number 24, Colby Runner. And he takes it in the end zone for the Silver Knights. That's going to be a 45-yard touchdown for number 24, Colby Runner. He didn't have a chance on that kick, Ron.
No, he didn't. They brought everybody. They split the gaps there, split the protection, came through, put his hands out, blocked the ball. In fact, they had no idea where the ball was at that time, and it's a scoop and score, put it in the end zone. Now they're back up top 12-0.
In for the point after attempt, number 4, Nolan Hertzke. 3:24 left to go until halftime. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Silver Knights take a 13-0 lead on the Beat Diggers after a block punt by number 24, Colby Runner.
B&B Appliance. B&B Appliance and Repair, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between. They have exactly what you need and service it too. Also, Premier Farm Credit understands production ag and has been serving our rural communities for over 100 years with locations in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke. And yes, Paul, just like that, they're back on top again. Another touchdown, extra points, 13-0. Now Brush is back in a hole, just a lot like they had the last time they were on the football field, which was 2 weeks ago. So I know that right now these guys are just sitting there going, oh my gosh, what is going on? Are we back down this same road again? And this second half is really going to see, or this next possession, we need to see what Brush is going to do here. Are they going to settle down and just run the ball and stop trying to throw the ball downfield?
Yeah, I agree. And unfortunately, it's all special teams and turnovers that has made the difference for the Silver Knights. Ball's kicked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line, so that's going to be an illegal procedure indicated against the Silver Knights. 35-yard line? Is
35-yard line, yes, or the option to kick it over, which most likely they'll take the ball on the spot.
Absolutely, that's going to put them in much better field position if you'd have taken that ball back at the 10-yard line. So with 3 minutes, 24 seconds still left until halftime, Diggers down on this one to the Silver Knights, 13-0. Paul Acosta along with Ron Albo from Severance. Beautiful night on hand. Again, a lot of crowd here. The band is even out on the track for the Silver Knights as we're moving left to right, south to north. Hondo Montos Garcia under center. Hands off to number 28, Cesar Hinojos. And he stopped immediately, and wow, great defensive. And they close that down, and yet again, 24.
Well, you know what Severance is doing now, they're becoming really, really confident right now with all those turnovers, and now their defense is starting to pick up the tempo. They're very aggressive, and they are stopping anything we're doing right now. So Brush has got to find something that can work and start getting this ball back moving down the field.
So in on that last tackle was number 24, Colby Runner. As Maltos Garcia is in the shotgun with Hinojos next to him. Trips to the right for the Beat Diggers. Rolls to the right after faking the handoff. Throws caught by number 5 to the right side, Caden Schwint. Pretty good gain, gets some of the yardage back. Gonna get leaves them with a 3rd and 2, a more reasonable play, but a nice little rollout there by Hondo Montos Garcia.
And Cade Schwinn had the first down there, but he caught the ball and turned around and tried to run backwards a little bit to see if he can get out instead of just moving forward and getting the first down.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I think it'd have been really, really close. So, 2:13 left until halftime. 3 in the backfield now for the Beat Diggers. Maltos Garcia is under center. Here's the snap, handoff, Griffith. Up the middle, right up the gut to midfield. Actually, they're going to mark it at about the 49-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Beat Diggers with less than 2 minutes left until halftime.
7-yard pickup. And, you know, last time they played, Coach, when they played Fort Morgan, they went to that full house backfield, and they've got 2 tight ends. So it evens up the formation, so the defense doesn't know where you're going, and it's very beneficial for Brush. So I'm glad to see them go back to that again.
And they're right back at it again as Maltos Garcia hands it off to Cesar Hinojos as he goes right up to the left side on the tackle there, on the guard side, and gets himself a quick 5 yards for the Beat Diggers. Actually 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
And the clock's just ticking away, 1 minute and 22 seconds.
Maltos Garcia quick, though, in the huddle as they break. Trips to the right for the Beat Diggers. Maltos Garcia takes the snap, rolls to his right. Ty Griffith on a great block. Maltos Garcia keeps it himself. Nice spin move as he gets down to about the 38-yard line. Let's see if they use one of their timeouts. Yep, I was wondering if he was going to use that timeout. Coach Schwint quickly takes it with the ball spotted at the 38-yard line with 1:05 left to go.
And that Brush timeout is brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make your insurance world a whole lot easier for you. Call them today at 842-4555. Greg Mullen, State Farm Insurance. You know, Paul, it's nice to see him with that tempo, changing things up. I think what I feel is with that, when they go to that full house backfield and they've got 2 tight ends, that's what their bread and butter was last time they played, when they played Fort Morgan, and that was very beneficial for them. So it's good to see them going back to that. You don't know who's going to get the ball. You can't key on one of those backs.
Exactly. And, you know, that takes one element out, and that's Colby Runner. He has a hard time knowing where to fill that gap, especially, like you said, with 2 tight ends on each side. So he doesn't have – it's a tougher guessing game for Colby Runner. So the Beat Diggers come out of their timeout break. Hondo Maltos Garcia in the shotgun, rolls to his left. He's looking downfield. Pass is tipped as it was intended. I thought it was going to go to Kyle Wellen, but Ty Griffith got his hand up on it. But that was knocked down by number 3, Reese Gazdick.
Yeah, they just ran a little drag, a crossing route with Ty Griffith and trying to find that open spot. But, you know, the farther you get across that crossing route, if you don't deliver that ball a lot sooner, the defensive backs and the linebackers are right there, and then it makes it too hard. You cannot complete that pass there in great coverage. So he ended up just throwing it out of bounds.
So a 2nd and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the 38-yard line. Score still 13-0 as the Silver Knights lead this one from Severance. Ron Albo, Paula Costa with you tonight. Maltos Garcia takes a snap under center, looks, fires, and it's going to be caught by number 23, Kyle Wellen, as he took a shot to the back on that one. And a timeout is indicated. And the ball's going to be spotted just inside the 30-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Beat Diggers as Lance Schwint takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 30-second break with the score 13-0. You're listening to the Brush Beat Diggers football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sport Network. Paul Acosta with Ron Albo coming back to you from Severance, Silver Knight Stadium. Hondo Maltos Garcia, he's got some pressure as he's in a shotgun, looks, throws, and it was intended at number 5. Caden Schwint falls incomplete. He had a lot of pressure under that as Parker Gazdick was in on the coverage.
Yeah, once again, the defense, they're guessing right. They're setting the blitz, getting the pressure on him, and, of course, he's got to scramble and make something happen. So, they haven't shied away from that blitzing tonight.
Absolutely. So it's going to bring up a 4th down situation for the Beat Diggers. 2 yards left to go. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line, and the Diggers are going for it. I mean, that's a no-brainer on this one where we're sitting now. Hondo Maltos Garcia is in the shotgun as the snap is to him. He looks, rolls to his left. He's under a lot of pressure, but he escapes it. Looks downfield, throws, and it is incomplete as the fans were hoping he was out of bounds. And in on that was Trevin Hull as the pass was intended to number 8, Caden Moriarty. A loss of downs for the Beat Diggers. Ron, here we are again getting so close and yet so far away.
Yeah, I mean, Hondo rolls out to the left to his far side, looks downfield. And you almost thought, okay, he's got a chance. He's going to get that ball. And all of a sudden, the defensive back from Severance sneaks in behind there and grabs the ball. Fortunately, he's out of bounds, which is good. And either way, they've got the ball 1st and 10 to go on their own 30-yard line.
I almost thought he was going to tuck it and run. I think he might have had a better shot, just keeping it himself. Trips to the right for the Silver Knights. As Hertzke rolls to his right. A lot of pressure under him. I cannot believe I just saw a holding that just occurred. No penalty flag on that one. As Kyle Wellen runs Hertzke out of bounds at about the 33-yard line as the clock continues to wind with 32 seconds.
And that last defensive play, Dominic Ontiveros putting the pressure on the quarterback that time, was able to get through there, reached out and got a hold of his shoestrings there, but wasn't enough to bring him down.
So the Silver Knights have a 2nd down and 7 situation as they continue to stay in the shotgun formation with Nolan Hertzke in the backfield. Trips to the left this time for the Silver Knights as they roll to the left. Hertzke is on a keeper, looking, and he did find a receiver out to the left side, intended to number 11, Trevin Hall, but Caden Moriarty was not going to let that one happen.
Yeah, great heads-up play on the part of Hertzke. They're just rolling out to the left and knowing that there's nobody open, just throw it out of bounds. Nothing lost right there, and they get a chance to come back with the third and 7 now with 25 seconds to go.
So yet again, our Beat Diggers have some great defense. Scoring tonight has basically been special teams and the defensive side. I mean, leaving the short field for them, they got that quick 6 at the beginning of the game. So defense is wonderful for the Beat Diggers. They've got to stick with their game plan on that side. Hertzke in the shotgun formation. Looks like he drew a couple of Beat Diggers offside on the right side. And let's see, no. It is against the Silver Knights.
Yeah, their wide receiver on the far side was lined up offsides on the snap of the ball. I saw him as I looked down there. As we came across, we had perfect timing from our defensive guys, but the other guy, the receiver, was lined up offsides.
So the 5-yard penalty takes them back to about the 28-yard line. 25 seconds left to go until halftime. Beat Diggers down 13-0 to the Silver Knights here in Severance. Hertzke blocked pass by number 87, Cale Stegner. He had a receiver open on the right side, but there was no way Cale was letting that one go.
And Coach Rosenbrock sending a blitz on the near side of the field with his corner. Schwint was going, as well as his linebacker, Ty Griffith, putting a lot of pressure on the backside of the quarterback so he can't see where they're coming from, forcing him to get rid of that ball quick.
So the Beat Diggers are not going to send anybody back. It looks like they're coming with an all-out blitz here as the Silver Knights will be punting here. They come up the middle. Boy, I'll tell you what, that was a close one. Not a great punt, but it's going to get a Silver Knights roll as it rolls all the way down to about the 27-yard line, and that's where it's going to be spotted with 11 seconds until halftime. Almost kind of think that they're going to have to take a knee and go away with the losses we have at this half.
Yeah, best thing to do, take a knee, let the clock run out, get to the locker room and sit down and talk about what adjustments they're going to make in the second half and how they need to get things back on track again.
Yeah, agreed. And Coach Rosenbrock's called a great defensive game. I'll tell you what, that's a stellar plan he's got going. We just got to get rid of the mistakes, and I think that's definitely one thing that Coach Schwint's going to be Maltos Garcia comes under center, and yep, they're in that formation to take a knee, and he does down it with our score 13-0 as the Severance Silver Knights lead the Brush Beet Diggers on a beautiful night here in Severance, Colorado. We will take a 3-minute break. 3-minute break with the score, again, 13-0. You're listening to Brush Beet Diggers football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Paul Acosta, Ron Albo, just about done with halftime, getting ready to start our third quarter action as the Beet Diggers are visiting the Severance Silver Knights. I'll tell you what, tale of two sides. Defense, amazing for the Beet Diggers, and then offensively, struggles.
Yes, very, very much so. Not quite sure what's going on there. I don't, when they started out, I thought that they'd come out, they'd be a little bit more relaxed, run the ball, but things have just not worked very well for them, and so they've had to rest a lot on the shoulders of the defense, and that's okay, but you can only do that so long. You've got to be able to score points, and you got to keep the other team off the field. Unfortunately, the scoring plays for Severance have not been long, drawn-out drives, so they have not beat the defense down. We had a fumble recovery that turned into a touchdown in the first quarter, and then we also had a block punt, special teams. So those are things that you don't normally expect. You make sure that you're working hard on your special teams, trying to make sure you shore those up and not let those type of things happen. But the turnover bug once again has hit Brush again this week.
Absolutely, and that can be a killer, so let's hope we can get that flipped around. They've actually done a good job keeping Nolan Hertzke, their quarterback, contained quite a bit. He's 5 for 8 this evening for 48 yards and 1 touchdown, and that was on that short drive they had from the Beet Digger 10-yard line. He's also rushed for about 10 yards, and these are unofficial stats, so don't quote me on all those. And then his favorite receiver is going to be Hall, number 11, Tevin Hall, and he's been for about 23 yards for the Silver Knights. And penalty-wise, they've only got 1 for 15 yards, and they've actually punted the ball 3 times, and that's because of our defense.
Yep, exactly. And so, looking at Brush's unofficial stats in the first half, not as impressive and not what we're used to seeing from a Brush Beet Digger football team. But on the rushing side, we've tallied up a total of 89 yards, but that's been on a total of 16 different carries, or 16 carries for 89 yards. The leading rusher for Brush at this time was Ty Griffith. He had 5 rushes for 44 yards. Alejandro Maltos Garcia had 4 rushes for 19 yards. Kyle Wellen had a lone rush, one rush for 2 yards. And then Cesar, who's usually the big money guy, runs the ball a lot, gets a lot of yards. He's only had the ball 5 times and 25 yards total, and of course that fumble. So that, like I said, is unofficial. Passing, Maltos Garcia 3 of 10 for 16 yards and 1 interception, which proved to be very costly for him at that time. And looking at Severance and scoring play, they had a 4-play, 10-yard pass play in the first quarter that made that score, at 6:39 in the first quarter. And then, of course, they had the blocked punt that resulted in a touchdown, too. So, statistic-wise, doesn't matter what they say. The bottom line is they've got a second half of football to come out. They've got to see what they can do to get themselves back on track again. They're not out of this game by no means. They have just got to establish some confidence and some good control on the offensive side of the ball. The defense is doing a great job. We did say that earlier. They're going to hold them, keep them in a lot of ball games. The problem we run into is the depth right there, okay? Those guys are playing offense and defense. So, Coach, I'm sure they talked about it at halftime on how they could get some of those guys some rest. Maybe, spell them a play or two here with somebody else, a younger guy, just so they keep them fresh, because they know this is going to be a hard-fought game the second half with only being down 13-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wish I would have shared some running back numbers for the Silver Knights, but the gains that they had and the losses that the Beet Diggers have put on them, it's pretty much kept them at a 0 pace.
Yeah.
Grant Mole being one of their running backs, along with number 3, Reese Gazdick. Actually, Gazdick has been their defensive player for them as well, alongside with number 24, Colby Runner, and he has made a mess of the Beet Digger offense.
Yes, he's a very instinctive ball player, very quick. He knows how to react. He's very smart on the field, and so having him back there has been very very important for Severance at this time. And when you look at brush the sidelines there. They've got to make sure that they just they got to stay calm. They can't panic right now. And I'm sure Coach Schwint and the coaching staff had lots of conversations about that. And I look for them to come back out, hopefully come back out in that T formation, double tight formation. I think that is what's going to help them get the running game back on track again. Once they start to establish running game, then once in a while they can throw the ball out of that. But you know what? At this point, I just take the running game and let's just try to control the clock, keep it out of their hands, no more big plays. Severance is not going to run the ball. They've tried. That's not who they are. They're going to roll out. They're going to pass. They're going to run the jet sweep once in a while, but they're going to throw the ball. So our pass defense has got to make sure they're coming up big. Coach Rosenbrock's done a great job of sending blitzes and doing twists with the defensive line at crucial times to put pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. And I love that T formation that you mentioned. Every time they ran it, that was positive yards for the Bee Diggers. At one point, they even had a pretty explosive play of like 10, 15 yards. So staying with that, I agree. Run the ball. I think that's going to help the Bee Diggers get on the scoreboard here in the second half. So we'll see how it goes as we are just about 2 minutes away from second half kickoff, coming to you from Severance Silver Knight Stadium. Paul Acosta and Ron Albo as we are at 13-0. We're going to take, let's take a 1 minute break. Okay, so we'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Brush Bee Digger Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. With the score 13-0, you're listening to Bee Digger Football here on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Radio Network. And it's a close game. It's a battle of numbers. It's a chess game, actually. We were just talking about this at the break, Ron and I, that it's a pretty much even on the stat sheet, but it's mistakes that are killing the Bee Diggers at this point as we are just seconds away from third quarter kickoff.
And let's see, the third quarter of this second half kickoff, Brushel will be receiving the ball, which is a plus for them. They had the ball just at the very end of the first half, so they'll get it back here. High Plains Bank, your friendly local community bank serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas. Find out more at highplainsbank.com. And of course, Morgan Community College, MCC, is here to make your dreams come true and become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out today at morgan.edu.
Hertzke is the kicker for the Silver Knights as he puts it in the end zone. Smart play by Kyle Wellen as he just lets it roll on in there. So the Bee Diggers are going to start at the 20-yard line for this third quarter. Again, let's see how they go. And they got to bounce back here this second half if they want to get on the scoreboard here against the Silver Knights. I really, truly believe that this is a even contest. This is a battle of two really good teams, and we just need to start capitalizing on our mistakes. As Hondo Maltos Garcia comes under center, who is number 53, Ismael Hernandez. And there's the snap. Maltos Garcia looks, fires over to Cesar Hinojos. A short reception on the right side, over on the right hash mark. Gain of about 3. As it looks like, I want to say that's not Colby Runner that time. I want to say it was 34, but it's so hard to see these numbers out here for this game. So looks like it's going to be Berenger France, as I believe who was in on the tackle.
Yes.
Up there we go. That's what you were asking for, Ron, right there. Perfect formation. Bee Diggers hand it off. Ty Griffith to the left side. Griffith, good powerful run as he's brought down at about the 32-yard line. Colby Runner in on the tackle for the Silver Knights, but it's enough for another Bee Digger first down. You were talking about that formation, Ron. There it is. It works.
That is it's a very good formation. It's a safe, consistent formation, and it allows you as an offense a lot of options there.
Bee Diggers break huddle, trips to the left. Maltos Garcia in the shotgun. He rolls to his left. He's got some good blocks to help him out. And the pass is, I thought it was caught. Ivan Cardenas. Pass was intended to him, just in and out of his hands. I think that was a catchable ball, Ron.
Yeah, I don't know. Looking at the ball thrown to Ivan, it's like he went to close on the ball and it just squeezed right out of his hand. So I'm not quite sure, what's going on there, but that's how it looked to me. So
it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bee Diggers. 10 minutes, 52 seconds left. Third period action just underway here. from Silver Knights Stadium. Good crowd on hand for the Beat Diggers on the opponent side, so we can see them there filling up the stadium. Cesar Hinojos to the left side gets himself a 3 quick yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Beat Diggers. A host of Silver Knights, probably led by number 14, Berenger France.
And just like that, the wind starts to pick up here. The temperature's starting to drop.
I'll tell you what, I feel good. My feet are kind of cold. I give Ron a hard time that he forgot his jacket. I thought you brought it. You're like the best at remembering that stuff, too. But you're so prepared. And tonight I was like, no jacket? All right. 10-14 left in the 3rd quarter. Maltos Garcia's under center. Takes a snap. Oh, I think he rushed that pass too quick. He was intended to Austin Sisk.
Yes.
Who was out on the right side. I thought he had a catchable ball, or he was wide open, I felt more. Parker Gazdick didn't have a great coverage on him, and it's something they needed to capitalize on.
No, he was right. It was perfect. It was a catchable ball. He had plenty of room around him.
All right, so it's going to bring up a 4th down situation for the Beat Diggers. As they're kind of unsure, yep, it's going to be a timeout for the Silver Knights. I think they thought that Brush was going to go for it the way Maltos Garcia was in the huddle. So we will take a 30-second break and a timeout from Severance Silver Knights Stadium. You're listening to Brush Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And we are back from Severance Silver Knights Stadium as the punt is away. And, we muff punt. Fumble on the play. It was intended to number 11, Trevin Hull. I believe it's going to be recovered by him on that another muff punt. I'm telling you, that wind is making a difference, Ron.
Yes, it's starting to pick up now. We can feel it up here, and it's blowing from the east to the west right now. So I know on that field it's probably swirling down a little bit down there.
So a lucky break for the Silver Knights as the ball's going to be spotted at the 38-yard line. 9 minutes, 58 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. As the Silver Knights come under center, Nolan Hertzke in the I formation. Here's the handoff. They're going to try the ground game, and that goes nowhere as a host of Beat Diggers are in on the tackle, led by number 87, Cale Stegner. And that appeared to be Grant Mole with maybe a gain of 2 on the play is what they're going to give. That's a generous spot. I thought he was actually about 1 yard, so a great little gift there for Hull.
Little extra stretch by the referee of the ball to give him another yard.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Hertzke still under center in the I formation for the Silver Knights. And there's the handoff. Nope, fakes it, pitches it. Fumble on the play. I'll tell you what, Severance is really getting lucky right now, as that pitch was intended to number 28, Gage Bachman, as he dropped it, and it is going to be a loss for the Beat Diggers, or excuse me, for the Silver Knights.
For the Silver Knights. You know, I did see that play on film. As I watched a little film on them, they ran it a couple times, and they really didn't run it very well. So they're kind of holding true to that play right now.
I almost feel like he didn't see the pitch as he was trying to pitch it out to the left side. So it's a big loss for the Silver Knights. 3rd down and 15. Yet again, Brush Beat Digger defense holding their ground. In the shotgun formation is number 4, Nolan Hertzke. Takes it, hands it off to the right side to number 11, Trevin Hull.
Holding.
And there's going to be a penalty flag on the play. Another penalty flag just came out as well. This could be offsetting, Ron. It depends on that penalty on the Beat Diggers side where he was tackled.
Yeah, initially on that jet sweep, they ran from the near side to the far sideline. Right as the blocker who was blocking to seal in for that jet sweep, he grabbed a hold of our lineman, and you can tell, I think it was Ty Griffith at that time, and Ty looked to the referee, and the referee pulled the flag out and threw it, but then we had another penalty downfield.
Yep, so offsetting penalties is one is a personal foul indicated against the Beat Diggers, and the other one against the Silver Knights for holding. So we're going to run this play one more time at 3rd down and 15. Ball spotted at the 33 of the Silver Knights. Paul Acosta, Ron Albo coming to you live from Severance. 13-0 is our score as the Silver Knights lead this one over the Beat Diggers. Good crowd on hand for both sides, even the visiting side, as we have quite a few Brush followers watching here in Severance. As Hertzke in the shotgun, kind of a high snap, quickly throws Oh, it was intended to. Number 11, Trevin Hall, Kyle Wellen, and Ty Griffith had nothing with that one, and that one went right through his hands too. I think that was catchable.
Yeah, it definitely was catchable. He just couldn't get a grip on it. Premier Farm Credit understands production ag and has been serving our rural communities for over 100 years with locations in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke. And, of course, B&B Appliance and Repair. From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, they have exactly what you need, and they can service it too.
And here's the snap on a 4th down situation as they're punting. Nice, good punt, and indicated by Kyle Wellen as a fair catch. And again, Ron, I'm telling you, that wind is such a factor. He muffs the punt, but he recovers his own fumble at about the 30-yard line. Lucky break.
Yeah, we're just dodging the bullet left and right on those turnovers, but the ones that have been costly in the first half are the ones that are killing us right now. So we have got to find a way to get this under control.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Diggers from their 30-yard line. 8 minutes, 25 seconds left to go. Homecoming night here at Silver Knight Stadium, as about everybody was given king and queen, I felt like, watching that program. Hondo Maltos Garcia in the backfield in shotgun formation. 2 receivers out to the right. Maltos looks, fires to the opposite side. Caught by Cesar Hinojos, a great block, and he's going to get a good run, but unfortunately, Ron, I think that might be coming back as there is a flag on the play at the 30-yard line.
I think that was holding from our guard on the right side. I think it was holding.
So let's see. Official, he's putting his flag away. Okay, I thought maybe he was going to wave the flag. It's going to be holding, indicated against the defense. The Silver Knights called with holding. Shocker on that one. I really thought, like you said, it could have been both ways. So the penalty is going to be declined, and it's going to be a 1st down after the pass caught by number 28, Cesar Hinojos. No, they're going to walk it off, aren't they, Ron?
Yep, they're going to put it right at the 50-yard line.
All right, so we're going to be at midfield.
It's a 20-yard gain for Brush.
Absolutely, great gain for us on that one. So the Silver Knights are charged with an additional 5-yard penalty. 1st and 10 for the Diggers at mid-stripe. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. Maltos Garcia in the shotgun. 2 out on the left. Griffith in the backfield next to Maltos. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeper. Great block by Ty Griffith as Maltos Garcia is going to get to the left side and get himself a quick 7 yards. Nice block by Ty.
Yeah, and the good thing about Maltos, I mean, he's the quarterback, but that kid he's a strong athlete. He's played fullback before lots of times, so they're not afraid to let him run the ball.
And of course,
he's a big guy to bring down.
Absolutely. And again, and on that tackle, you got to see it, Colby Runner again, and he closes quick, but not quick enough as Maltos was able to get himself a quick 6. And they are going to mark it 6 yards for the Diggers. 2nd down and 4. Maltos Garcia still continues to remain in the shotgun. And good pass protection for him. He goes downfield, throws it just a bit high over the head of Caden Moriarty. And in on the coverage, number 24, Colby Runner. It's incomplete. I bet he wished he had that one back just a little bit lower.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah, it's fingertips. It's just little tiny things like that that make the difference right now.
And that was on the left side of the field on that left hash mark. I'll tell you what, he catches that ball, we could have a big gain for the Diggers. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 as Maltos Garcia is under center. And there's the handoff, quick handoff to number 23, Kyle Wellen. Appears to be just short of the 1st down on that play. I think that's what they're going to do is spot him close, or spot him just short. And in on that tackle was number 78, Cooper Sandquist. So it's going to be 4th and less than a yard for the Diggers. Hondo Maltos Garcia with a keeper. Easy 1st down. I think we might have moved a little too early, or they were lined up offside. We'll see what the call is here. If the play stands, the Diggers will have the 1st down. Let's see what the penalty is. It's going to be a legal shift indicated against the Beat Diggers. That's going to take them back 5 yards. So unfortunately, from a 4th and about a half a yard, it's going to be 4th and 5.5 yards after that 5-yard penalty. 6 minutes, 39 seconds left to go from Silver Knight Stadium in the 3rd quarter action. And we've got a timeout Timeout indicated. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and Eastern Plains Sports Network. Paul Acosta alongside with Ron Albo, 6 minutes, 27 seconds. Third period action as Hondo Maltos Garcia at the 45 of the Silver Knights takes a snap, looks, fires outside to number 35, Ty Griffith, and he stopped short of that first down marker. So it's going to be a loss of downs for the Beat Diggers, and the Silver Knights will take over at their own 44-yard line.
That brush timeout was brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make your insurance world easy for you. Call them today, 842-4555. Greg Mullen, State Farm Insurance. Well, Paul, once again, a fourth down, trying to pick up a first down, run a little swing pass there. It's a difficult one to pick up. The defense did a great job of covering on that play.
Had a linebacker come off for the Severance that was cramping a bit, so could be tides turning maybe on the defensive side for him. There's a handoff again for the Silver Knights to number 22, Grant Mull, and he gets another 2 yards. Ground game still not quite there for the Silver Knights.
Well, for them, it's a smart thing right now. Run the ball, see what they can pick up, keep the clock running.
Absolutely.
Okay? They know throwing the ball, if they don't complete the pass, it's going to kill the clock. Right now, this is great clock management on their side. Just run the ball and let it run.
And the Silver Knights continue with 2 in the backfield, and number 4, Nolan Hertzke in the shotgun. A little confusion there on the running backs as we got second down and 8 for the Silver Knights. In motion, number 11, Trevin Hull pitches it off to the right side, and that's going to be caught by, I believe that's number 22, Grant Mull. Yes, it is. Quick outlet pass, but that's a loss of 3 on that play. So great defensive coverage. Was that Schwint on the tackle on that one?
Yep, so that'll bring it back to third down and 11. And they tried that play again, but it doesn't make sense to me because of the fact they have no blocking out there, okay?
Right.
It's like they're trying to isolate that guy one-on-one, and we've got great coverage on the defense.
Yeah, good open field tackle there by number 5, Caden Schwint. Nolan Hertzke in the shotgun as he's looking with a 3rd and 12 situation. A quick fire. Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Oh, Moriarty didn't need to do that.
No.
I'll tell you what, there was no chance Ethan Hawkins was going to catch that ball, and Moriarty came in on the backside. I think it was great coverage there, definitely by number 5, Caden Schwint, but yeah, that's going to hurt the Diggers right there. That's a big, costly penalty, Ron.
Yep, that's from the spot of the foul also, so that happened at right about the 40-yard line, and if you throw 15 on top of that.
Oh, he's going to go from the line of scrimmage.
25-yard, from the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, he went from the line of scrimmage on that one. So it's going to be a costly 15-yard penalty for the Beat Diggers. That's going to put it in their turf now.
That brought them from their own 42-yard line.
Yep. So 42-yard line of the Beat Diggers, the Silver Knights got a fresh set of downs as they got a late player coming in here. Late substitution for the Silver Knights as Gazdick comes in. Reese Gazdick, number 3. Hertzke in the shotgun, trying that little jet sweep. It didn't go, though, and Hertzke is the ball carrier off to the left side, and he's tripped up by Cesar Hinojos.
Pickup of about 7 yards on that play.
Yep, cleaned up by number 23, Kyle Wellen. So a quick 7 yards, like I said, for Gatsky. Second down and 3 for the Silver Knights. 4:33 left. Paul Acosta, Ron Albo. 13-0 is our score still as the Silver Knights are threatening. And there's the quick jet sweep you were talking about, ready to go, and that was to number 11, Trevin Hull, but it's going to be a short gain of 1 on the play as Ty Griffith is in on that tackle.
Right now they're just forcing the brush defense to try to move sideline to sideline and see if they can wear them down a little bit, because they know going at the middle of our defense is the strength, and so hasn't been as effective as they wanted to. So with the jet sweep, they're forcing them to spread out.
This 4-down territory for the Silver Knights, too, as the ball spotted at the 34-yard line of the Beat Diggers. 3rd down and 2 as Gatsky's under center. I formation for the Silver Knights. Ooh, a little bit of movement on that left side. I saw it. That's going to be on number 11, Trevin Hull, as he moved just a bit early.
First time we've seen him in that I formation tonight. Interesting what they're going to run out of this.
So a 5-yard penalty is going to send them back. So instead of a 3rd and 2 situation, we're looking at a 3rd and 7 now for the Silver Knights. So that's going to change everything on their play that they had just previously set up as the ball spotted at the 39 of the Beat Diggers.
High Plains Bank, your friendly local community bank serving Wiggins and all the surrounding areas. Find out more at highplainsbank.com.
Colby Runner in the backfield along with Nolan Gatsky, and he's brought down. Oh, he was trying to fight, but number 35, Ty Griffith, was not letting this one go, and a host of other Diggers came in on the tackle. Great job by Ty.
Picked up maybe 1 yard if he was lucky at that.
Yeah, I would agree. Colby Runner is such a versatile player. He's everywhere tonight, Ron. I feel like I call his number way too much. His parents would love me tonight. So the ball's going to be spotted with that 1 yard gain. It's going to be 4th and 6, 4-down territory, definitely for the Silver Knights. 2:54 left. Almost think it'd have been better to punt it and put the Diggers back deep and make them work. You were talking about clock management, but they're going to go for it. Hertzke in the backfield. He's got a lot of pressure under him. Cesar Hinojos, what a massive sack in the backfield as he gets Hertzke and swallows him up.
Well, that's a 17-yard sack for a loss right there. Great call that time, knowing that he has the pass. He's got to throw the ball. He rolls out to his left on that one, and Cesar's right there to meet him.
And a perfect opportunity. They didn't punt the ball, so a loss of downs. The Beat Diggers take over at the 49 of the Silver Knights. Now it's the offense's turn. Let's go offense so we can get ourselves on the board with 2 minutes, 34 seconds left to go. 13-0, Paul Acosta, Ron Albo, live from Silver Knights Stadium in the town of Severance. Maltos Garcia in the shotgun. Handoff, fakes it. Maltos Garcia to the right side. Breaks one tackle with a stiff arm to the right. Continues on his feet. Oh, no, don't tell me it again. It's another fumble for the Beat Diggers. Recovered by the Silver Knights. Oh, no. We have mentioned it and mentioned it, Ron.
Yeah, I think we need to stop talking about it. But the bottom line on that play there is Maltos does an awesome job of breaking through the line of scrimmage, getting in the open field, and that defensive back just came through, punched the ball right out of his hands, and it was a turnover.
Number 37, Caden Panis, is the one who recovered the fumble for the Beat Diggers. Ball spotted at the Silver Knights 29-yard line. I just saw a Beat Digger kind of bend over and just with frustration, like, I can't believe this is happening to us. So they got to stay focused and keep going. Their defense is doing great. Don't stop yet. We got plenty of time, right?
Yep.
So Hertzke in the shotgun, solo trips to the right. 2 on the left for the Silver Knights. Quick motion. Hertzke keeps it himself. He's going to run to the left side as he is knocked out of bounds by number 8, Caden Moriarty.
Gain of about 7.
Looks like it's going to be 9 is where he's standing at over there. So Hertzke is going to get a quick 9-yard blast. Actually going to be 8. It looks like they're going to pull him back 1 yard. I'll tell you what, I can't keep with those officials' arms.
They just keep moving the ball back and forth. That'll keep us off guard up here.
2nd down and 2:18 left to go, third period. Silver Knights, Hertzke's under center, I formation. Hertzke with the snap, hands it off. Fumble on the play! We got a fumble. I don't know if the Beat Diggers even noticed it. Yes, they're indicating they've got it. And that was a fumble by number 22, Grant Mole. And that's going to be recovered by, is that Stegner? Is that who it was? I believe it was Cale Stegner.
Yep, number 87.
Because he got up celebrating like crazy. So that's what we need, Ron. A turnover for the Silver Knights. And now the Beat Diggers need to capitalize on it.
Yes, coming with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go in this third quarter.
All right, so the ball is going to be at the 36-yard line of the Silver Knights. 2:11 left in the third quarter. Need our boys to fall to get moving this ball down the field, and let's get a score and get on the board. Under center is Hondo Maltos Garcia. Griffith, Hinojos, backfield. Timeout indicated by Coach Schwint.
This rush timeout is brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. Call them today at 842-4555. Greg Mullen, State Farm Insurance, and B&B Appliance and Repair, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between. They have exactly what you need, and they can service it too. Once again, Bank of Colorado is the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado, they're the Bank of Colorado, proud supporter of local sports and academics in our area.
So for the first time, I saw the Silver Knights actually bow their head a little bit after that turnover. So the B-Diggers definitely need to capitalize as they come out of timeout with the brief meeting with Coach Schwint. 2:11 left, right side hash mark. B-Diggers going south to north, left to your right. Hondo Baltos Garcia under center. Turns, fakes the handoff, looks, going down deep. He's got a wide open 23, Kyle Wellen, and he falls at about the 10-yard line. Beautiful pass by Maltos Garcia as the B-Diggers are definitely threatening now, Ron, within the 11-yard line.
And a gain of about 31 yards on that pass play and a first down. Great call. I was looking at where Wellen was at, and I believe he ran, that was like a 98 or 95 right down the seam, and he was wide open.
And to work on number 24, Colby Runner, they made him look bad on that play, so he gave up a big gain for Maltos Garcia. Trips in the backfield for the B-Diggers. Maltos Garcia with a handoff to Cesar Hinojos as he's going to get maybe 2 yards, it's showing, as they move the sticks to about the 10-yard line. So it's going to bring up a second down, maybe 9 or 8. Let's see what they have it marked here. Yeah, they're just going to put it around the 11-yard line.
Big play is exactly what they need, a spark in the offense right now. Get him downfield. Now just keep the ball on the ground and just run it in. If it's me, I'm going to put it in Maltos' hands and just let him run it in the end zone.
Absolutely.
He's a big physical quarterback.
Absolutely. And you know what? They're stunned. This is the chance that we've got to take for the B-Diggers as Maltos Garcia comes under center, trips in the backfield again for the B-Diggers. 1:06 left to go. Maltos Garcia got a wide open Caden Moriarty in for a B-Digger touchdown. Left side to Caden Moriarty. That's going to be a 11-yard pass.
And for all you former B-Diggers, you understand our offense. That's double tight. That is an 81 dump, and he was wide open. A great play fake on the part of Maltos Garcia. Held the linebackers, allowed him to get out in that open spot. He made a great pass and a great catch, and it's a touchdown, and we're back in this game.
Back in the game for our B-Diggers as Eric Gable-Risch, our senior kicker, comes in for the Diggers with 1 minute, 2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Schwint's going to hold this one. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Our score with 1 minute, 2 seconds left in the third quarter. Our B-Diggers are back in this one in a score of 13-7. We're going to take a 30-second break. 30-second break. You're listening to Brush B-Diggers football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. With the score 13-7 from Silver Knights Stadium, you're listening to Brush B-Diggers football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. B-Diggers countering back and finally on the board after a Maltos Garcia pass to Moriarty. 13-7 is our score. Here's the kick from Gable Grish, and that's going to be returned by number 24, Colby Runner. He's a dangerous runner, and I apologize, that wasn't him. That was number 22, Grant Mull, as he's brought down by number 9, Jonathan Becker.
And right now, this next series here, we got 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Let's see what Brush does. If they try to gamble, maybe send the heat this time or send a blitz or something and try to get in his face and cause another turnover.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. The other thing, too, Ron, is they haven't had a great offensive spark, the Silver Knights, tonight at all. So the B-Diggers have done a great job containing their powerful offense. So, Nolan Hertzke in the backfield, in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Looks, goes to his right, quick dump off. Oh, how did number 11 Trevin Hall miss that? He was wide open on the slant, Ron.
He was wide open. I'm surprised he did miss that. And I think it was Ivan Cardenas back there. He was the closest guy. Possibly thought maybe he could have got a handle on it to pick that ball off.
Ooh, lucky break for the Silver Knights. Yeah, you're right. They should have picked that off if that would have been just a little bit higher. So 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Second down and 10 for the Silver Knights as Hertzke is in the shotgun formation. Two receivers on each side. Hertzke with the snap, a little bit high. Looks to his left, fires over to number 11. Oh, my goodness, that was Trevin Hall. Incomplete pass, and Caden Schwint, great coverage. That's just good defense, Ron.
That's excellent defense. Caden Schwint was in perfect position, used the sidelines to keep him. It was on the outside, he used the sidelines as his other boundary. The receiver had no other place to go on that.
So another incomplete pass chucked up there for Nolan Hertzke. They've struggled this third quarter to get moving the ball to advance it at all.
Yep, they rely on the pass a lot, and they've been able to shut that down and knock some of those balls down and just take away their confidence.
Hertzke still in the shotgun. They're going to continue with the pass game, it looks like, with 47 seconds left to go. Quick pass out to the right side, to the left side, to number 11, Trevin Hall. Good coverage there. Just a little bit slow on that was Caden Moriarty. It was just a good little slant play inside on that left, to that left hash mark.
And they're not giving up on the passing game, that's for sure. They're gonna press it as much as they can.
Boy, a tough situation. Yeah, I was going to say 4th down and 1. I was surprised for a moment, but they are going to go ahead and opt to punt the ball. The Silver Knights, especially on their side of the turf at their 42-yard line. Back deep, number 23, Kyle Wellen. Great opportunity, good defensive stance for the Beat Diggers. Wow, what a kick. Unbelievable. Oh, perfect. Oh, no. Let's see where he gets it. Yes, he's going to say the ball was downed at the 2-yard line. I don't know if he had control of that, Ron.
I don't know if he did or not, but that was an amazing hustle play on the part of Severance to be able to down that ball right about the 1.5-yard line.
And I believe that was number 12, Joe Tamburo. I didn't know if he had control of that when he got it, but apparently the official was close enough to make sure and said yes. So the Beat Diggers are going to start deep, and I mean deep in their turf at around the 2-yard line.
We've got just 2 seconds to go in the end of this third quarter.
2 and 2. 2 seconds, 2-yard line. Come on, Beat Diggers. Let's see if they can get moving on this one. 13-7 is our score. Coming to you live from Severance, Colorado. Beautiful Silver Knight Stadium here. Beautiful, cool, crisp night as Ron is shaking probably feverishly as I'm warm in my jacket.
High Plains Bank, your friendly local community bank serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas. Find more information at highplainsbank.com.
Shotgun formation for Hondo Maltos Garcia. Quick 81 dump again. Caden Moriarty. This time it looks like they're saying he juggled.
I don't think he held the ball.
Yeah, no. I'll tell you what. Was there again. That's that 81 dump you were talking about, Ron, that's wide open again. Caden Panis in on the defensive coverage. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. We will take a 1-minute break. With the score 13-7. You're listening to Brush Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Beat Digger Football action back here in Severance as the pass from Maltos Garcia intended to number 3, Austin Sisk on the right side, is incomplete. Still trying to pass it from deep in their zone at the 2-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Good coverage over there by number 1, Parker Gazdick.
You know, you'd like to be able to run the ball here, Paul, but you're too deep in your end zone. You've got to get it out, at least get out to about the 10-yard line, get a first down here, and then focus on running the ball again.
13-7 is our score, just underway in the fourth quarter. The Beat Diggers are in this one, Ron. We've got a shot. Just got to take advantage of the opportunities. Maltos Garcia under center. Oh, it's going to be a penalty flag. I think Maltos got him to draw offsides and going to give him a little bit of space.
It almost looks like he did.
Yep, it's going to be indicated against the Silver Knights. Good. That's going to give the Beat Diggers a little boost.
Little breathing room now. Now they've got some options. They could run a bootleg. Okay, bootleg might be a good call right now coming to this near side of the field.
Absolutely. Ball's going to be spotted at the 7-yard line. 3rd down and 5 for the Beat Diggers. Maltos Garcia under center. Looks, rolls to his right. Looking down deep. Nope, he keeps it himself.
Short.
Oh, he got tripped up pretty hard there. And we've got an injured Silver Knight on the field as Maltos Garcia was able to get close. I'm going to say, I don't know, they haven't even spotted it yet, Ron. It's going to be close, maybe about a yard shy of the first down.
And he didn't realize who he was trying to tackle. Maltos is a big guy, and when he gets all that body moving, he's a big force to bring down. So that looks as though he might have went in there, maybe had his head drop a little bit and got hit by Maltos.
All right, well, we've got an injured player on the field. We're going to go ahead and take a 1 minute break. 1 minute break. 13-7 is our score. You're listening to Brush Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. With our score 13-7 from Severance Stadium, Silver Knights Stadium, walking off on his own power number 3, Reese Gazdick, as he took a shot as he tried to take Hondo Maltos Garcia out on the tackle. Ball's going to be spotted at the 11-yard line. 11 minutes, 43 seconds left. Brush is still in this, Ron.
Yeah, they're right in the thick of things right now. 11:43 to go, just the start of the fourth quarter. So they've just got to stay. They got to stay calm. They got to stay confident. Run the ball, maybe mix in little passes. The 81 dump, for some odd reason, whenever they were able to call it, it's been a great play at that time. They still need to run the ball and try to control this clock.
Okay, we're going to try the punt again here, and last time we didn't do very well on this one. That was blocked, so let's see if we can get a good kick for the Beat Diggers, as they're going to be punting from their own end zone here. Ball's going to be at the 11-yard line. 11:40 left to go, third period action. Silver Knights lead the Beat Diggers 13-7. Long count. There's the snap. Got the kick underway. Great job by Moriarty to get it under. And it's going to take a Beat Digger bounce slightly and roll out of bounds at about the Beat Diggers' 41-yard line. Hey, it gets them out of where they were. The defense has done a great job tonight, Ron. Let's see if we can put it back in their hands. So the ball's going to be spotted, actually, I thought it was the 41, and they've moved it up 2 more yards to the 39 of the Beat Diggers. And the Silver Knights will take over there with 11 minutes, 23 seconds left in the ball game. A wonderful game, score-wise, but lots of mistakes. Both sides.
Of mistakes, and yeah, exactly. And those are the type of, you're going to get this stuff early in the season, so hopefully you can get things ironed out as the year goes on.
Hertzke takes a snap. He has nowhere as Ty Griffith comes in, and it looks like Kyle Wellen. And wow, what a sack for the Beat Diggers. A perfect timing for it. He's going to lose 5 yards on that play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 15.
And Coach Rosenbrock, the defensive coordinator, once again timing up those blitzes right at the right time, and all of a sudden coming up very, very big. So kudos to Coach Rosenbrock for understanding the situation and knowing when to send those guys.
Great call. So the ball's going to be spotted at the 44-yard line of the Beat Diggers. The loss of 5, like I said, against the Silver Knights. I'll tell you what, Hertzke looked a little frustrated when he got up on that play, because he just saw nothing but a swarm of Beat Diggers coming his way. In the shotgun, Hertzke looks, steps. Ontiveros with the pressure, doesn't get him. Hertzke keeps it and goes to the left side as he's brought down by number 28, Cesar Hinojos, and number 35, Ty Griffith. So a gain of about 2, would you say? 2?
Maybe 2, yep.
2 for... Yeah, gain of 2 for Getzky there as he gets 2 yards back, but great defensive coverage again by the Beat Diggers. He was trying to look downfield, but he had nothing available, so he had to tuck it and run. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 13 for the Silver Knights. Struggling just to get an offensive drive going for the Silver Knights. It's all been special teams and, turnovers. Yeah. So Hertzke in the shotgun, looks left, fires, incomplete, as that pass was intended to number 9, Jace Townley.
It's almost as though they've kind of lost their confidence on getting that ball and, throwing the ball and catching it. Their guys aren't getting their hands on it like there's, it's there.
I kind of felt, though, on that play, he threw that ball just a little bit behind him.
Yeah,
so
he did have to turn back a little bit to get that. You're right.
So instead of going for it on this one, and at the 41-yard line, the Silver Knights have chosen to punt and bury the Diggers back deep. Let's see what happens here as Colby Runner. Got the quarterback and the running back tied up together there. Oops, there's a late substitution coming in for the Silver Knights. Kyle Wellen back at about his 15-yard line, 9:44 left to go. A little bit of a rush, but he's kicking into the wind. That's going to make it way difficult. Oh, a horrible bounce for the Silver Knights. It's going to be spotted after ready for this? 11-yard punt.
Oh, no.
Now, he kicked it into the wind, too, so that made it a little bit more difficult. Came off his right side of his foot. So the Beat Diggers are in great position here to start a good drive, take it down. Let's go home with a victory, 14-13. Let's go, huh?
Yes.
Ball spotted at the 28-yard line of the Diggers. 9:36 left to go. Maltos Garcia under center. Griffith, Hinojos, backfield. Here's the snap, pitch to the left, to the right side to Ty Griffith. How he almost broke that. Oh my goodness, he still broke the tackle. Oh my goodness, and he's still going. He almost looked like a Marshawn Lynch moment there for Ty Griffith as he broke several tackles, and he finally was brought down. And I mean finally, after about 5 or 6 tries by the Silver Knights leading tackler number 24, Colby Runner.
And all that running got him about 2 yards.
And you know what? He would have been brought down for a 3 to 4 yard loss.
Yep.
So great job by Ty Griffith. Maltos Garcia under center. Here's the snap. Fakes the pitch to the side. Finds it over to Caden Moriarty as he catches it at the 36-yard line. Right down the middle there. That's where they were looking. That's the one you were talking about, Ron.
Gain of about 4 on that play. 5 yards on that play.
Going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Diggers. 8:41 left to go as they're making their drive now.
Mixing it up with a little play action.
Tell you what, it freezes those linebackers quite a bit every single time. There's our trip backs for the Beat Diggers. 3rd and 2, handoff. That's going to be to number 35, Ty Griffith, as he dives over for the first down. First down, Beat Diggers. Ball's going to be spotted at the 39-yard line. Great call, Coach. 8 minutes, 16 seconds left to go. 4th quarter action. Beat Diggers are hanging in on this one. We can do this here with 13-7 our score from Silver Knights Stadium. Trip backs again for the Beat Diggers. Maltos Garcia under center. Motion is Cardenas to the right side. Here's the handoff. No, it's a quarterback keeper. Maltos Garcia to the right side. They can't bring him down. They finally give up. He's going to get a tough gain. Let's see. Looks like he's going to spot him at the 42, Ron. He's going to give him 3 yards.
Give him 3 yards on that play.
Hey, we'll take that, right? 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Yep, we'll take it.
Okay. 7 minutes, 39 seconds left to go after a gain of 3 from Maltos Garcia to the right side. Cardenas coming in a little bit late with that play. Let's see if they can get it off. Looking at the official on the left side, he's got his hand up for the 10-second mark. Maltos Garcia under center. He's got less than 5 seconds to get the snap off. Here he goes, steps back, looks, fires over the middle to number 23, Carl Wallen. Oh my goodness, it fell out of his hands just on the tip of his fingers, and he could not bring it in. In on the coverage, number 11, Trevin Hall on the left side there.
Yeah, that time he just took that back, ran that back out of the backfield and just ran him up the seam and threw the ball to him just a little bit too far over his head.
I said I was not going to say this, but it's like Josh Allen. He just put a little bit too much into it.
No, don't talk like that.
Okay, sorry. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 for the Beat Diggers as they're at their 42-yard line. Maltos Garcia under center. Takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking. He's got a little pressure under him, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield, unfortunately, as he is sacked for about a 5-yard loss. Brought down by number 55, Don Butts. Well, you punt it back, bury them deep, try the defense again.
6:44. The problem we run into now is we'll see, obviously, Severance has not had much success running the ball, so we know you're not going to use up very much time, so that is a benefit for us.
And that swirling wind has been a factor tonight too, Ron.
Yep.
All right, Moriarty back for the kick. Here he goes. Takes it a little end over ender here. It goes about the 33, and it's going to be downed by Ty Griffith at the 32-yard line, and that's where the Silver Knights will take over at their own 32. This is the time right now for the defense to step up, Ron.
Yeah, they've got to cause a turnover right now. Coach has got to bring some pressure. He's got to cause a little bit of confusion on that offensive line so they don't know who they're blocking and get a big turnover right now.
Wow.
Yeah, 6:21. I mean, we still got plenty of time. Clock's in our favor.
It's a true chess match out here if you think about it.
Yes.
So let's see what happens is if the Beat Diggers defense could hold as the Silver Knights. Number 4, Nolan Hertzke has been contained this evening. He's under center. Looks hands off. Going to be to hard to see. You got a host of diggers. Yvonne Cardenas in there. I see
24.
Saw Kyle Wellen in there, and that was Colby Runner.
Yep, and that was probably their best run play of the game. 5-yard straight ahead dive.
Yep.
Everybody, their offensive linemen were able to get off the ball and push our defensive line back, and he did a good job following behind him.
So a quick gain of 5 for the Silver Knights. 37-yard line. 2 in the backfield. They're going to continue with Runner in the backfield. He's kind of the all-purpose player as Hertzke's under center. 2nd down and 5. Here's the snap. Oh, my goodness. 52. Holy moly. That was a handoff to Colby Runner. And in on that tackle, and we talked about it, is Jace Krieger. He had to step it up for the defense. Great tackle. Yep. They're actually going to give him a gain, a positive gain. I sure thought they stopped him right at the line of scrimmage.
Once again, sending a blitz, trying to cause some chaos there and, blow it up, get a big play.
So Colby Runner gets a 2-yard gain after that. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Silver Knights. 5 minutes left to go in this game. 4th quarter action. Paul Costa, Ron Albo coming to you live from Severance at 13-7. The Beat Diggers have an opportunity to still win this ball game. Hertzke under center. Trying a long count. Uh-oh, it looks like somebody moved for the Silver Knights. Yep, it's going to be in the backfield. They're going to call that one indicated against the Silver Knights. Going to take him back 5 more yards. A lot harder now, Ron.
Yes. Morgan Community College, MCC, is here to make your dreams come both a reality for the traditional or non-traditional students. Check them out today at Morgan EDU. Premier Farm Credit understands production ag and has been serving our rural communities for over 100 years with locations in Sterling, Fort Morgan, Yuma, and Holyoke. And B&B Appliance. B&B Appliance and Repair, from refrigerators to vacuums, and a whole lot more.
Hertzke in the shotgun. Penalty flag is going to be called. I think it's going to be against the Silver Knights again, Ron. They're just going backwards. Illegal procedure indicated against the Silver Knights, and wow. This could be harmful to them. Yeah,
they're just marching themselves back, putting themselves deep in their own territory. Now, if Brush once again can dial up in some certain type of blitz or a twist or something and cause some commotion, they could possibly get a turnover here and be in great field position. That's exactly what we need right now.
Great job. Good call. Yeah, so ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 13 for the Silver Knights. Hertzke back. Ball's going to be slightly tipped. Passes intended. Oh, my goodness. It is caught by number 11, Trevin Hall. And as he's trying, and he's finally brought down, unfortunately, way deep in V-Digger territory, brought down by number 6, Yvonne Cardenas.
A 50-yard pass play just like that. One play down the field. They've tried that pass play about 4 different times tonight, have not been able to complete it. That time they completed it, and he took it down for a big gainer. Now they're inside the 5-yard line, so a 45-yard pass and catch.
So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Silver Knights. Austin Sisk was in on that coverage as well, unfortunately, and that really has hurt the Beat Diggers. And there's the pass from Hertzke over to number 24. Colby Runner is incomplete. He's looking for a flag, but he's not going to get one there as Moriarty was in on the coverage to the left side. Well, what the Beat Diggers need to do here, Ron, is they just need to remain calm, keep doing what they've been doing. They've got a shot to stop this team.
They've got to get a turnover.
And I almost think it's 4-down territory for Severance too.
Yeah, they've got to score.
Yeah, I agree.
3.5 minutes to go right now.
So it's 2nd down and goal for the Silver Knights.
I'd look for the quarterback to keep it in his hands and get in the end zone.
Okay, pre-call, and it is. Hertzke in the backfield, and he tries to run, but there was no way. What a dial up from Coach Rosenbrock. As you mentioned, he has been all night as Ty Griffith in early and gets him for looks like a
might have been a loss of a yard.
Yep. Loss of 1. Good call, though. Hertzke was the one that was going to do that keeper, and Griffith was having none of that. So the ball's going to be spotted at the 6-yard line. 3:07. Clock becomes an issue now, Ron.
Yep, it's just running. And I know Brush has probably still got 3 of their timeouts left in the second half, so they can stop the clock here. It's just a matter of when they're going to do that. Right now we're at 3rd and 6.
6-yard line, 3rd and goal for the Silver Knights. Hertzke's under center. Let's see if they can capitalize on the long pass the Silver Knights had earlier. Hertzke rolls to his right, looking, finds a target, and wide open, and I mean wide open, was number 14. I believe that's who that was, but it's hard to see again with these numbers, guys.
Yes.
Behringer France. So Hertzke gets himself a touchdown pass on a 3rd and 6.
And I'm not one to be of a, but that pretty much almost sealed the deal right there.
Yeah, I agree.
2:35.
Kick is up, and it is good. We are at 20-7. Oh, thought we'd get that one. All right, we're going to take a break. Taking a break with the score 20-7. You're listening to Brush Beat Digger Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Beat Digger Football back live from Severance Stadium. Paul Acosta and Ron Albo as the kick was returned by number 35, Ty Griffith, to about the 36-yard line. Big task ahead here for the Beat Diggers if they're going to even think about putting themselves back in this game. Down 20-7 with 2:28 left to go.
Yeah, it's definitely a 2-score game for them. They've got to find a way to get down the field real quick here, score, and then hopefully take a gamble on an onside kick and get the ball back again.
Hondo Baltos Garcia is under center. Griffith, Hinojos, quick pass to Austin Sisk. Quick whistle on that play. Thought he was going to break the tackle, and that was a very quick whistle. In on the coverage, number 11, Trevin Hull, as he stops Sisk for a gain of about 3. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Diggers. Quickly out of the huddle. They're back at it. Maltos Garcia in the shotgun. 2 on the right, 2 on the left. We're working ourselves north to south. Maltos Garcia steps up, a little bit of trouble. He fires, and that's going to be caught by number 8, Caden Moretti. No, he's saying it hit the ground. Well, I sure thought he got his hand under it, but official had a better view than I did from up here.
It was close. It looked like he did get his hands underneath, but we're way up here, so the referees are right, game side right there, right by the field, and they've got a better view than we do.
Yeah, Eagle Nest view doesn't help from up here. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Diggers. Minute 57 left to go in this ball game. Down 20-7 from Severance, Colorado. Oh my goodness, there's a fumble, Ron, late in the game, recovered by Cesar Hinojos. That snap actually went to Cesar by accident, and it bounced off the hands of Maltos Garcia. So a timeout taken by Coach Lance Schwint as we're going to be 4th down and 7 to go. Turnovers, Ron.
Turnovers, that's the name of the game, and we talk about that in any situation, any game like this. You can't have turnovers. You've got to win that battle, and when you're not ahead of that game right there, chances are your chances of coming out on the winning side is very, very slim. So they've got to figure out a way how they're going to correct that. Those are mental errors. They've got to work on that. They've got to be focused. They've just got to figure out how to correct them.
And we talk about it. They're a great team.
Yep.
And they're really a good team. I mean, they're holding in against a great Silver Knights offense and defense, and they battled really well, and it's just late in the game, and the score doesn't reflect it at all.
No.
Maltos Garcia with 4th down in the shotgun formation, rolls right, fires it over to Caden Moriarty. He passes complete. It's going to be a 1st down for the Beat Diggers. In on the tackle, number 11, Trevin Hull. Quickly, the Beat Diggers are back to the line as Maltos Garcia is ready to go to play. Chains are moving, which stops the clock for just a brief moment, and we're at the 43-yard line. Quickly, the Beat Diggers are to the line of scrimmage. Maltos Garcia in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks, rolls to his right slightly, fires it down deep to number 3, Austin Sisk, and it is incomplete. In on the coverage, number 1, Parker Gazdick. Great pass, but just a little bit underthrown there.
Yeah, and right there, Sisk kind of pushed it. He pushed it in the back of that defensive lineman. So if he would have caught the ball, they might have called him for some offensive pass interference. But
so the incomplete stops the clock with 1:28 left to go in the 4th quarter. Ball spotted at the Beat Digger 43-yard line. Maltos Garcia under center. Griffith Hinojos in the backfield. Maltos Garcia, delayed handoff to Ty Griffith, number 35, up the middle. He's up to about the 46-yard line. That's going to be enough for a B-Digger first down, but they're indicating to stop the clock and tell him to move the chains. First down, B-Diggers are quick to the line, Ron.
Ty's got a first down, 11 yards.
Maltos Garcia under center, buck 17 left to go. Spikes the ball. Stops the clock with a minute 13 left to go.
So Brush keeping it exciting here as far as trying to get that ball down the field as quick as they can. Hopefully try to score a touchdown. And then, once again, we said onside kick. Anything can happen at that point. But time is kind of against them at this point.
46-yard line of the Silver Knights. Down 20-7. Second down and 10. Maltos Garcia in shotgun. Hinojos in the backfield with him. Looks, fires, down deep. Oh, my goodness. It was almost picked off as that pass was intended to number 5, Caden Schwint. Parker Gazdick literally had it in his hands, Ron.
Yes.
So it's going to bring up a third down.
Morgan Community College, MCC, is here to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out today at morgan.edu.
Maltos Garcia under center. Steps back. Good cover, or good block. Oh, man, that pass was intended left side to number 35. Ty Griffith falls incomplete. They tried that play they did earlier. That was a successful run where the back came out of the backfield and came to the left, and it was not successful that time.
They had it covered.
Yeah, Trevin Hall was there on the defensive coverage for the Silver Knights. Fourth down. That's a long 10 yards for the B-Diggers. Clock stopped, 1:05 left to go, 20-7. Don't let that score trick you, folks. We have had a close game all night. Late score here by the Silver Knights. Maltos Garcia under center. Looks, fires it over to the right side. And it was intended to number 8, Hayden Moriarty. And are they going to call the interception? Yes, they are. They're going to call an interception. It was a fourth down as well, Ron. So, unfortunately, I would have to say the clock doesn't matter anymore. So the ball is going to be picked off at the 23-yard line. Silver Knights are going to take over. Maltos Garcia interception that was intended to number 8, Caden Moriarty, on the right side. Unfortunately, picked off. I mean, you got to take what you got there, Ron.
Yeah, it is what it is. And, with 58 seconds to go, this game is pretty much over with. Unfortunately, I hate to be saying that, but it's the reality that Brush is going to be walking away with their second loss in a row in the last 2 weeks.
Kurtzky downs it. Unfortunately, that's going to be it, I think, for the B-Diggers as the clock continues to wind with 52 seconds left. Probably time for one more play here. Man, I'll tell you what, they battled hard, Ron. Battled hard, and I just thought we were going to come back and have a surprise victory, but unfortunately it did not go that way for our beloved B-Diggers.
No.
And one more time, downing that one. And I believe that will be the last one as the players are exiting the field. So unfortunately, our B-Diggers fall this evening to the Severance Silver Knights. Again, don't let that score trick you. Losing this one tonight, 20-7. Let's take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break with the score. Again, a final score, 20-7. You're listening to Brush B-Diggers football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Well, with our final score, 20-7, our B-Diggers fall here in Severance. You're listening to Brush B-Digger football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Radio Network. Unofficial stats for this evening. I'll do the Knights as Silver Knights as their quarterback, Nolan Hertzke, unofficially had a 9 of 14, 87 yards. They had him contained, Ron, and then he gets that 45-yard pass down the field. He's got 2 touchdowns for him. His one was to Hall, and the other one was successful to number 14, Berenger France. And a great defensive effort by the B-Diggers, Ron.
Yeah, definitely, Paul. I mean, like we said, they did what they were supposed to do, but at times they just, you can't be on the field most of the game like that. You start to get tired, you start to wear out, you start to...
...or something, I'm sorry. They literally... Oh, hold on. We hear you again. Can you come back to us?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
We're on.
All right. Sorry, everybody. Yes, literally. We had the plug pulled on us. It was my first night, and I already got the plug pulled on us, Ron. So unfortunately, again, Bee Diggers fall this evening from Severance, 20-7. Ron, you were about to give your stats.
Yes, unofficial for the night. As we look at our rushing game, Cesar Hinojos finished the game with 6 rushes for 28 yards. Ty Griffith finished the game with 9 rushes, 67 yards. Hondo had 6 rushes for 30 yards, and Kyle Wellen had 1 rush for 2 yards. In the passing game, which we had to throw the ball, obviously a lot of these stats come later in the game. Hondo finished 10-20 for 78 yards and an interception. And like we said, the name of the game was the turnovers. The turnovers what was the deciding factor, and we knew coming into this game, Brush had to make sure they were on the positive side of that, and they just have not been able to get a good grasp on that. So hopefully that's something they can work on. I know they're going to work on it. Get ready to play come next week where they got to travel to Estes Park.
Yeah, you take away those 2 errors, Ron, in the earlier part of the game. Bee Diggers win this game. I mean, the defense was absolutely stellar. And like you said, they were just exhausted at the end of the game, and unfortunately, that just gave the win to the Silver Knights. It looks like Coach Schwint is not going to make his way up here. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Sound engineer and producer of Brush Bee Digger Football is Rose Condos. For Ron Albo, I'm Paul Acosta with the final score 20-7 in favor of the Silver Knights. You've been listening to Brush Bee Diggers Football on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.